Hi guys, welcome back to Classic Album Reviews. Happy New Year. I hope everyone had a great, fun New Year. Now, the album that I will be reviewing today is an album by one of my favorite hip hop artists of all time. This is Jay-Z's 2001 classic, The Blueprints. This album is one of my favorite hip hop albums of all time and one of my favorite albums of any genre. Uh, uh, I would put this as my favorite album by Jay Z, tied with Reasonable Doubt. Okay, now let's get into this album. This was Jay Z's sixth album, coming off of five great albums, starting with Reasonable Doubt in 1996, In My Lifetime in 97, Hard Knock Life in 98, Life and Times of S. Carter in 99, and The Dynasty in 2000. And this album was released on September 11th, 2001. We all know that day. That was 9/11. Very sad, tragic day. Yeah, let's get into this album. This album is a real classic album. Uh, this album I feel is the blueprint for for all hip hop for the next 5 years or so. This album brought the soul back to hip hop, and it also reinvigorated sampling in the hip hop, because for the last few years hip hop had been uh, the production had been based on like keyboards and stuff with by like the uh, the Neptunes and Timbaland. And this album kind of brought the soul back to hip hop with all the soul samples, with with um, pre- with production by Just Blaze, and then a relatively unknown Kanye West. He had to produce a few tracks for other artists, and he'd also um, did Jay Z's "This Can't Be Life" on his previous album, the Dynasty. But this was an album that got Kanye West recognition as a producer, and it got him more work from other artists. Uh, yeah, so the tracks on this album, the first track is the Ruler's Back, produced by Bink, who was the producer at Rockefeller Records. Second track was Takeover, produced by Kanye. This was a diss track directed at Nas and Prodigy from Mobb Deep. In the first verse, Jay takes a stab at Prodigy, talking about how he used to be a ballerina, and then in the last verse, he talks about Nas. You know, he questions his street cred. Yes, you're saying that he just created his whole persona. The third track is H to the Izzo, also produced by Kanye. This was Kanye's first big hit as a as a as a producer. This was the one that got him more. This got him more notice and this was also the lead single from the album. The fourth track, "Girls, Girls, Girls," was uh, produced by Just Blaze, and it features Biz Markie, Q-Tip, and Slick Rick. The fifth track is the fifth track is Jigga That Nigga. The sixth track is You Don't Know, produced by Just Blaze. The seventh is Ola Hobito. The ninth track is Heart of the City, also produced by Kanye. Um, Number nine is Never Change, also produced by Kanye and features uncredited vocals by him. Number 10 is Song Cry, produced by Just Blaze. Um, 11 is All I Need, produced by Bink. Uh, 12 is 12 is is Renegade, produced by Eminem, and also it features Eminem. This is a great track. And the last track on here is Blueprint, Mama Loves Me. Yeah, so this is a great album. This brought back the soul to hip hop. Brought back, made sampling popular again, and this started the rise of Kanye as a great producer. This album kind of started his whole chipmunk soul style of production, along with Just Blaze. The style of taking an old soul song and then speeding up the vocals to make it sound like the chipmunks, all high pitched. Yeah, this. Yeah, I can't say enough about this album. This is a really great album. This is a classic. If you are a hip hop fan, you should definitely have this in your you should definitely have this um in your collection. Yeah, this album changed the game of hip hop because it was all still because it came at a time when it was still a keyboard based uh, keyboard based production. This brought back the soul to hip hop, and it set the trend for hip hop for the next few years. Especially on Kanye's debut album, the College Dropout, with the soul sampling and everything. So yeah, um, you should definitely check this out. So thanks guys. Uh, that this is my review. Please leave comments. Please leave some feedback and also some uh, suggestions on some other albums that you'd like me to do. Thank you and good night.